I'm gonna be honest, redstone is not my strong part in Minecraft. It's just never been something that I've gotten really interested in, as I just kind of like the command blocks, which have a lot of simple opportunities. Which is why we're today gonna be making a full-on card game in Minecraft. Now to start off, I have these 4 elements right here, and what I'm gonna need to do here is essentially make a circuit that lights up only one of these lamps, depending on which element has been placed latest. Now of course with commands this would be a whole lot easier, but since we're not making it with commands, it's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge. Now this is where we're gonna have to get to item sorters, which I don't like one bit, so let's try it. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, I am just using a Java auto sorter, so I do not know if this is gonna work. Otherwise we're gonna have to go into Java, because this is being built in the Bedrock is Better world. But I think for the most part I think it's a certain amount. Oh wait, no, I messed up big time. Oh wait, it's the last 4 slots, isn't it? So it's these 4, and then that. Yay, I actually did something! And so if I put them in here, they're gonna move. This system is one of the rare instances where redstone on Java and redstone on Bedrock actually align with each other. Well, that is one really pleasant surprise. That means we should be able to run a circuit where it detects if an item is in here, and if even one item is in here, it's gonna show up a certain lamp. So let's start by making this system extend a little bit further.
Many hours later.
Okay, well if we do play it and it actually goes through, you can see fire was the last one that was played, which is really good. The fact that that actually worked is kind of a miracle. Now I am noticing we are working with very limited amount of space here, so I'm hoping something like a redstone torch works through. Yes! For the Java players watching, this is probably absolutely cursed to see. But yeah, no, okay, that seems to have worked absolute wonders. So we just connect it up like this, put a really ugly redstone line going all the way down. Oh, but it double powers because of the... You know, I feel like I'm overthinking this, because I think I just need basically whenever this thing automatically detects that it has an item. Right, let's try that again. We throw in a fire card. Of course, we take it out immediately. We click this button and it switches. It switches, because of course it does. When in doubt, use target blocks. They solve every single problem in the world. Okay, and after a little bit of tinkering around, ignore this mess. Okay, I'll make it good later. We'll start with actually making it work. So as you can see, we just threw in an air card. And if we now wanted to, let's say, throw in a fire card instead, it is going to first clear out the air. You can see it going over there. And then it's going to switch it to fire. The fact that worked first try on camera is insane. I didn't test it before. But yeah, now we should have a working system for detecting element. Yeah, beautiful. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get like all the other items from the same category activating the same element. But this is a huge start.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this has taken me way longer than it should have. The clock is basically 1 AM. I should be a little bit quiet. But basically, if we put in something like the fire charge, which I can never find, there we go. It is going to take a few seconds, but it does turn on. And if we throw in something like the nether quartz, you can see it shuts off, and then it lights up the air one. Which means the next thing we need to tackle is going to be the health bars.
The next day.
Now, while you would probably expect this to contain a bunch of hoppers and like all that stuff, it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. And at least I think so. Now to start off, we're gonna have to go... There we go. Now we have a detector. Connect up all of them using glass. It just goes all the way down. Right, that's a problem. Okay, so I figured this would happen eventually. Got this little circuit right here, which is like this way, which means if we place a block in here... Oh, I'm such an idiot, right? Okay, and if I now press this button, we Okay, and so after a little bit of tinkering around, we've now got a working downward switch. We don't have the upward switch yet, we're gonna have to do that, but we don't have it yet. But if we place something like a redstone dust, you will see we are currently at 5 lives. And if I press this button, it perfectly activates this signal twice, which means, well, it goes down exactly by 1. Now it's gonna be quite difficult to get the healing button working, but considering we managed to figure this out, I think we can do it. Wait, I think I might have gotten it to work. Now I have only tried one of them, so I don't know if it's gonna break midway through, but if we press this button, we don't get to 4 lives, because of course we don't. Wait, I actually might have fixed it. So if we now go ahead and take down the health to something like, let's go all the way down to 1, shall we? And then we grab 1 health. We're up to 2. We grab another one. And we're up to 3. We actually did it! This has taken way longer than you can imagine. So now we get to the more painful part, which is fitting this monstrosity into here. Okay, so we just pasted in the structure, and yeah, no, this looks pretty impressive. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm no redstoner, but this is a pretty complex circuit. There is a lot of stuff happening with very, very exact tick delays used. So now we just need to move this entire room template to match up with these health bars right here. We can probably just raise these elemental lamps using something like redstone torch towers. And yeah, it should work, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Okay, the amount of rewiring I've had to do to make this work is insane, but we now do have a fully working health bar on one side, which means we can press this one and bring it down, and then we can also press this one and bring it up. Which means the only thing we need to do is to make the other side work, and then work on the shuffling. Okay, we're finally finished, and I feel like I never want to touch redstone again. And also keep in mind, this is just the bedrock version of it. We're gonna have to make a Java version of it for quote-unquote Java is better. But it does work now, and so if we throw in something like the flow armor trim, which is obviously going to be a different item later on, it should show up as an ice. Thank you. And then the items that we've used previously are going to be moved into this chest right here, which actually has a random item. You can see we got the wind charge this time. Like, yeah, we're just getting wind charge. There we go, fire charge. And so finally, I'm gonna try to not seem super upset, but I have been dealing with this for a few hours, so I hope you understand. And yeah, this is the result we're working with. We switched to a minecart because those are way quicker, and we also have this monstrosity under here. Now, while I did have to change this randomization system quite a bit, I do want to give a shout out to the original, because this thing has been out for a very long time, and it is this video right here made 11 years ago. And yeah, it still works to this day. Again, I had to tweak a little bit, but for the most part, we used the same thing. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming pretty soon. So if you don't want to miss it, definitely subscribe. I've got some sick ideas. I'm also recording this outro a little bit later because I just got my hands on my new laptop, which is an absolute beast upgrade from my latest one, which should hopefully mean that the videos are gonna be a lot better. But yeah, apart from that, you're using this platform daily, so if you did enjoy this video, you already know exactly what to do. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.